everybody. Everyone, can everyone hear me? So if you all can hear me, you can use the chat text message on the lower right-hand corner. Just an indication of yes, that'll be good. Perfect. And okay, how about Bella? Can Bella hear me? Bell? Okay. Let's start in another 3 minutes. I'll just give a few more people time to enter the session. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll just kickstart this first. So thanks everyone for joining in today. My name is Andre. I'm actually the CTO and marketing strategist of TaF.tc. I handle both the marketing and tech side of the company. If you hear my dog barking, sorry, don't mind my dog. But this session is actually why I wanted to start this session is because of due to the current situation is COVID-19, right? So it's very important for everyone to get familiar with digital marketing as much as possible as they can. So I really would like to share with you more insights on how TaF.tc is going about doing their marketing. And then, this is a Q&A session. So I would prefer if people turn their webcams on so I can see your faces and then we can have more of a conversation-like kind of session. And also your microphone so you can ask questions on the go, okay, as I'm talking about this. All right, so just a bit of briefing. This is recorded, so later on if you guys are interested to know more about the slides that I'm going to show and some other catch-up sessions, you can feel free to watch the video again, okay? Let me go ahead and just share my screen. I want to just show you the slides here. Okay, perfect. Got one more person. Hello. Okay. So just a brief walkthrough. So on your Zoom, if you have any questions, you can feel free to type it out in the chat group, the chat, and I can look at it later and answer the questions. But yeah, feel free to stop me anytime if you have further questions on what subject I'm discussing on, okay? So, okay. So just a quick indication, are we good to go? Everyone is okay? Just a quick okay on the chat, then I will start. Okay. Okay, some indication there. Okay, good. So if you all can see my screen here, today I organized the questions of what you've put in from my team that have gathered the questions from you guys. So I've laid out the questions from strategy questions, and then I'll go into the platform questions and some other questions for digital marketing, okay? But it looks like majority of you have asked quite similar questions in terms of what kind of strategy should I have when it comes to launching a new brand, and what kind of marketing strategies to launch with a new label. If we choose to do it on our own company resources, what are some skills or areas that we should focus on? And during the planning stage, how best should we define our product category? Okay, and then lastly, also here for strategy questions, we have pricing strategy. Where and how do we find the right price which the market can accept? Okay, so I'll touch on the first one first. In a general sense of marketing, okay, what kind of strategies that most companies do out there? Traditionally, if you're in a small company or a big company, okay, sometimes marketers will just kind of start campaigns on their own and launch campaign A or campaign B, campaign C, okay, with no proper funneling, right, through their strategy. So what we aim to achieve today is I want to brief you guys on a very simple market funnel strategy that you can use throughout every kind of channel out there. It can be for Facebook, Google ads, or any traditional marketing concepts also that you're trying to achieve in today's market. So I will go through this quick slide that I did. 1 second here. Okay, so I just did a quick diagram here for everyone to see. How we structure our marketing funnel, right, is probably by 3 phases, okay? So we want to know what's the overall outcome, okay? And I'm coming from a perspective of to easily understand, to make one easily understand. I'll use Facebook for example. Can I just get a quick understanding of the room? How many people here are using Facebook marketing? Okay, Bell, yep. Anyone else using Facebook or Google ads?
I couldn't connect to your Wi-Fi network. Please open the Google
Sorry.
app to reconnect to Wi-Fi.
Okay, so just for Facebook and Google, right? This funneling will work very well for you as you're starting out. Okay, so the overall intent for Facebook is that, and Google, is that you want to obtain leads, correct? So leads are good, but they're not perfect because you want conversions as well. So we faced some real scenarios of that we faced in the company of TaF.tc is that in the past we would do a lot of campaigns and we'll get a lot of leads, right? But a lot of these leads are not relevant people. They may be just hobbyists, or they may not be the people that we're actually looking for. Okay, so just a bit of background for TaF.tc, right? We only started our digital marketing journey about 3 years ago. That's when I first came into the company. And before that, there was a lot of more traditional marketing being done. So this was like newspaper ads and pop-up stations, okay? So our marketing budget is not a lot also at the time of when we started. So for all those who are worried about, expense-wise, you don't have to spend so much to begin with, okay? But this funneling strategy only came about, I only came off the skeleton about 1.5 years ago after the experiences that we had. So what this funneling strategy helped us with was also managing all the different products that we have. How do we give our sales team, the right people, the more accurate people, and also to cut costs in our marketing campaigns, okay? So I split this up into 3 phases, okay? So if you look at the corner here, the potential here is Facebook and Google first. But for phase 1, we want to actually reach out to the most general public, meaning we want to generate the most amount of leads that we can get during this time period, okay? From the various channels, like I mentioned earlier. So just for this example, okay, I've created 3 different campaigns. Each of this white box is a campaign, okay? Now for phase 2, the goal of it is to retarget people from the phase 1 campaign, right? That have made that has filled up a form in the lead generation that they have done in phase 1, but have not contacted my sales team for whatever reason. So phase 2 will help remarket to those people to give them the extra push of why they should sign up for their courses or any other information do they need, right? So for phase 3, this is actually our final push in the funnel. This will basically be the last call to action. and urge people on why they should sign up, right? That meaning, giving waivers or giving discounts or giving promotions, right? This is the last campaign that we want to generate for this part, yeah? Okay, so if you use Facebook before or Facebook, you know that there's a few objectives that you can do, right? You can do videos, you can do static ads, or you can do blogs or article kind of ads, okay? So just for this purpose, I will list out these examples here. So for phase one, normally what we will do is we will create video ads for lead generations, right? Static ads also for lead generations. The blog articles is more of brand awareness and traffic, okay, which I'll touch on later as well, all right, on why blogging and creating content is so important when you have a small marketing team with not much budget going on. Okay, I'll touch on that as well. All right. So like I mentioned earlier, after the phase one ads has gone out, okay, this would normally go on for a good 1 week or 2 weeks. Okay, we'll generate a lot of leads already from here. Okay, and then for phase two, we will create 4 more campaigns, right? But different objectives. If you have played with Facebook, you can create messenger ads as well. Okay, these are great alternatives of how we can remarket to these people in the campaigns from phase one. Okay, so let's say in phase one you get 100 people, right? And only 20 of them actually put their contact details down on all of these 3 ads for my sales team to contact. Okay, the rest are just general interest. For phase two, what will happen is these 4 ads will retarget to those 20 people, okay? And we'll try to get an outcome from each of one of them. Then for phase three, it's the same thing over again. Based off the results we get from phase two, is if out of 20 people, only 10 people responded, this last phase three will kick in to market to those last 10 people. So as you can see, from phase one, the leads are very generic. For phase two, they're getting more and more specific all the way to phase three. All right, so that's our goal and intent. We want to generate as accurate of our audience that we can as much as possible. And these kind of audience, once they're curated on Facebook, the good thing is that you can reuse them later as well. Yeah, okay. Any questions so far on funneling? As this is the skeleton of what I want to talk about today in terms of strategy first.
So like for phase one, the kind of ads you put, it's more of promoting the brand rather than the products?
Correct, yes. Because you don't want to sell, the way people browse on the internet, right? As if you're doing online shopping as well, you don't buy products immediately. Let's say if you're shopping for a laptop, right? You will do a bit of research here and there, correct? So that's what your phase one is trying to do. If you're marketing for Apple, Apple want to show you the brand first. What does Apple do? Okay, what kind of products does Apple offer? Okay, then only in phase two, we start to introduce the products there. Because based off the phase one, in every ad, even though you're marketing your brand, it's still linking ultimately to a lead generation form where your sales team can contact them for further information or leading them to a website that's promoting your product. So as you get deeper into the funnel, then we'll market the product more specifically. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it takes time to be able to convert.
Correct. Yes. Later on, after we pass through this stage, I'll show you a couple of real examples of how. I'll show you one example first of how we as the marketing team in TaF.tc do our ads. Then I'll go a little bit technical into Facebook, just a little bit, so I can let you guys understand how long it actually takes for an ad to start generating results from an analytics point of view. Okay, Ken?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So any other questions first? No. Okay. Okay. So I'll move on here. All right. 6. Okay. Give me 1 second. Someone just joined. Very good. Hi, Ria.
Hi.
Hi. Yep. So we just started. Good thing you just joined. We're starting on our marketing funnel strategy questions. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So anytime you have any questions, feel free to jump in and ask me. Yeah. This is more of a Q&A session.
Sorry,
Okay.
can you explain the phase 2 campaigns?
Sure. Okay. So I think that was just a skeleton. Let me just show you one example on this slide, because this is how we actually project how it'll look like on Facebook. Okay. All right. So as you can see here, right, this is the concept of the funnel is to increase lead quality and provide lead quality and provide sales team with the prospect that are more informed and committed. Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, this is phase 1 where we're reaching out to the customers first, right? So we're generating ads that are very generic for people to fill in their information easily. So in this example, we got 3 ads here. One is the static Facebook ad, right? One is a video content creation, and the last one is a blog article. Okay. So for the static ad generation, if you're interested, right, you'll read about our ad, you see the images, you're interested, you'll click on learn more, and we'll prompt you a lead generation form, right, where you can fill in your details, and we'll ask very generic questions on what courses you're interested in, for TaF.tc's purpose. We'll ask what course you're interested in, and what other areas are you keen on exploring it into, yeah? So same for the video, you'll watch the video of your relevant of what we're marketing, right? In this case, it's our shoes, and then it's the same thing. They'll click on learn more and it'll generate a lead generation form as well, right? Then for the article, this one's a little bit different, right? If they click on the learn more, you'll bring them to a separate landing page where they can read about our auto shoes competition winners from 2018. And from there, they'll understand really a different perspective of what we're trying to achieve, right? It's the brand awareness of what TaF.tc does, apart from just creating courses for people, right? We also do competitions, we do job placements, helping them with job placements for people as well. And if they're interested, they will contact us via contact form on the landing page as well, right? Okay. So then next is going on to the phase 2. This is a re-engagement ad, right? Once the phase 1 is done, we will remarket this ads to the people that have converted, has put in their details in the lead form, but has not converted yet, meaning they have not called my sales team, they have not reached out to us at all. Okay, then we will launch this ad to remarket to them. Okay, so it's also similar, you can see, right? Based off these ads, they will create lead generation forms as well, so you can fill in again, right? But this time the questions are more specific. The questions are going to be more of asking, which intake would you like to join this time? Because we see that you have signed up with us the first time based off the phase 1 ad, right? So we're asking more specific questions already. Okay, then going to phase 3, right, is to urge, the last few dropouts, who have not converted from phase 2. It's the final call. Join our footwear diploma because we provide XYZ benefits and values to you as a customer, right? So in phase 3, the goal is to throw in all your cards to kind of close these people as much as possible, and not lose them, yeah, for leads. Okay, so after we've launched this 3 phases, what we found out is we saw an increase in lead quality, right? There were more entrepreneurs and more informed audience. So we wouldn't get calls to my sales team asking, to brief them about the products again, even if they've seen the ads online, because this time around, these are people who are very invested into our product already. Okay. Second is increase the lead quality further down the funnel, right? As I mentioned, from phase 1 as comparison to phase 3. Yeah, and then there will be some prospects fill in the forms outside of Facebook as well, which is led by our article, our blogs. So we found that, a good trend is when people read our articles, they'll start browsing our website, they'll look at other pages, and then they'll fill their details out as well through those forms, okay? And then we realized also, by doing the funnels, some ad campaigns were less effective. What this means is before we had the funnel strategy, we will launch, as I mentioned, if we have 15 courses in our diploma, we'll launch 15 different ads. So that didn't work out, right? We started getting, there was a lot of trial and error. So we got some ads that did really well, some that didn't because they're not relevant to people. So this funnel strategy will help you funnel people, the relevant people, for you to contact to close the deal next time as a sales and marketing. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop here very quick. Any questions?
Could I see the slide again on the concept?
Concept. Okay.
Yeah, the slide 3. So these sort of like wide audience, getting the wide audience, actually within Facebook, we can already target the audience, right?
Correct. Yes. So for Facebook, when you're creating your campaigns, there'll be a portion, right? There'll be a segment that will ask you to target your audience. So
Yes.
if you have not done any remarketing before, you'll only be able to generate the interest. So you'll be typing in, you know, bags, shoes, people are interested in these areas. But later on, if you had done the funnel strategy, right, all the data recorded from phase 2, you'll be able to see it for remarketing. You'll be able to save an audience, and then you can see that these are the remarketed audience that have interacted with ads before. You can reuse those for your remarketing purposes. But the problem with that is you will only generate that list of people once you reach a certain number in Facebook from phase 1. So like for phase 1, when you're trying to reach out to the wide range of audience, generally you need to have at least a good 10,000 to 20,000 impressions on Facebook first on that one ad before you can do as remarketing. Okay, so that's why your phase 1 is very important to reach out to as wide as possible, wide of an audience as possible.
Okay.
Only once you've done this, then your phase 2 and phase 3 will work very well because it will tackle on the remarketing data. Okay.
So like phase 1 could include like getting people to like the Facebook page.
Yes, it can be your most generic ones. Like, for example, right now we're in the COVID-19 problem. So
Yes.
we are shutting down a lot of our marketing ads because it's not relevant anymore, right? Because a lot of our classes are done in campus. So now we're pushing everything online. So my marketing team is coming up with a new funnel where the phase 1, the goal of it is to generate video ads, only one video ad, right? But it's to bring out the brand of how TFTC is going online. So this is pushing out to and online, so it's unlimited, right? We're pushing it out to not just Singapore, but to Malaysia and Indonesia as well. So we're doing a lot of geo marketing as well. So we're trying to widen the audience group. Yeah, because you must remember this, the more people you market to, okay, and if your ad does really well, your cost per lead is very cheap. Versus if you market, so think about from phase 1 again perspective, why we want to market as wide as possible is because we want to generate a lot of leads, correct? So when you generate a lot of leads, naturally the cost per lead on Facebook when they charge you is going to be cheap because your ad is functioning so well, right? That it's marketing to so many people. Every cost per lead is cheaper than when you market to a niche market.
What is considered cheap? What is the price range?
So for us, we keep it such that anything below $20 per lead is considered cheap already for our case.
Oh, $20
I mean,
for Facebook.
it varies on various businesses, like based off your product. Why we say $20 is cheap is because let's put it in perspective. For TFTC, we're under a lot of government grants, correct? Right.
Yes.
So as Singaporeans, you get 90% funding. So
Yes.
our total cost for a diploma, let's just say it's the total gross fee, right, is like $22,000, correct, for a diploma program. Yes. But when you're a Singaporean or if you're above 40 years old, you only pay like $2,000, correct, out of your pocket, right? So my actual cost, if I were to market, right, for Facebook, every lead that comes in, if let's say you come in as a lead for a diploma program, and the cost of you only maybe $30, let's just say it's $30, okay? If you convert already, right, for one of my diplomas, I actually earn back the $22,000 because from a government grants perspective, we as a training provider, we earn the money when the grants come in from the government once you finish the course. So if you buy into my ad at $30, all right, and then you sign up for my diploma and you pay $2,000, I actually, as a marketer, I earn my money back already because the gross fee is $22,000, right?
Yes.
I earn back $20,000. So the cost per lead, right, is very cheap for me. But let's just say if you come in as my diploma student again through my Facebook ad, and the cost per lead, and this happened before, one of our cost per lead was $700, right? Then that's a no-go for me already because that's just one lead. And every day on average, my marketing generate about 35 leads. So $700 times 35, I will go bust already. My marketing budget will go bust. Yeah. So that's for our scenario. Like we'll keep it under a certain cost per lead as a KPI, which we set internally. So that's something that you probably need to discuss with your product manager, or your pricing team. How much to spend on your leads to make sure you just cover the ROI based off every lead that you generate.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, I was told that for a new brand, initially, the budget for marketing has to be more.
It depends. Okay, so I'll touch on that also later because one of the questions was if I'm a new brand starting a new line, how do I go about doing marketing? So I actually want to now we're talking about the funnel strategy. So this is just a concept, but I'm not proposing you to go and use Facebook or Google as a default. There's a lot of different platforms out there that you can try using first that doesn't cost you much money. Okay, so even if you have to go through the path of Facebook and Google, right? I'm actually helping, I'll show you in a bit also, I'm helping 4 other companies right now, mentoring them on the marketing side. They are brand new startups and their marketing budget per campaign per day is only about $10 to $15 per day at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll touch on that also, okay? So going back to the questions, but is there any other questions regarding this funnel first?
For your niche market, right? Most businesses have a niche market to market to. Like, what do you mean by trying to market to as many people as possible? Because shouldn't you be marketing to a niche market?
Sure. Can I just ask what you can give me an example of a niche market that you are looking in right now?
For example, travel, bespoke travel.
Bespoke travel. So like
customization
tours.
Yeah.
Okay, understand. So actually, that's a very good area. So for travel, right? Even though it's a niche market, like TaF.tc is also a niche market. We're only teaching fashion, right? How do we bring everyone in to learn fashion? But for your travel side, how you widen the range as much as possible. Okay, I will market it. If you ask me, I will market it by people's interest first, right? You don't just market interest of people who want to travel. You market people's interest by how they browse on Google, right? Like if you're looking to travel right now, what are the sites are you going in right now to look at your travel plans? Okay, so for me, for example, my wife and I, we wanted to go to Bali, right, before the COVID-19, but we couldn't do it because now, stuck here. So, but in the process, we were looking at like Agoda, right, hotels.com, Travelocity. We're going to various sites on how to look at what to do in Bali, for example, right? So in Facebook, the good thing about it is that you can do very detailed targeting in terms of companies as well. So if people who are searching on travel velocity, you can literally type travel velocity and that will pop up as an audience. People who have searched travel velocity on Google or whatsoever, that will be an audience category and you can just type that in, right? For fashion, for example, right, how we target the mass public in Singapore, just in Singapore, what we look at the locals at where they shop, okay? So things like Charles & Keith, Pedro, Pazion, what else, Iora, right? These are companies that we can actually type in the audience in when you're doing the audience selection in Facebook campaigns. So that's one idea on how you start looking at companies first. That's easiest on how people search for things on the internet, right? Then you can type that in for Facebook audience targeting. The next thing is general interest already. So if you're doing bespoke traveling, what is some activities in your bespoke offer that you offer to people, right? If people are traveling to Bali again, I'll choose Bali for example. If they want to go Bali to the beach, what are they going to do in the beach? You dive down into more details, right? So in the beach, I want to go eat seafood. I want to do surfing. So you start typing in all these categories in, like surfing, seafood, I don't know, public or music and all those kind of things. These are interests that Facebook pick up, and you can use that as your niche market to widen the range. And if you put enough, right, a good size of how we do our gauging of when it's good enough is when it's at least 1.2 mil people that we're marketing to at least, then that's a good range already. And Facebook will tell you this on the like one of the sites that will show you that, okay, when you select all these audience, what's the potential reach right now? How many people you have marketing to potentially? Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Any other questions here? No? Okay, then I will move on to the next part. 1 second, let me pull it up really quick. Okay, so we've already touched on some strategies on what we can do, right? Or some online marketing strategies for new label. As I mentioned, use the funnel strategy first, okay? All right, then if we choose to do our own marketing resources, what skills or which area must be focused on in the beginning? Okay, so this touches on my next point. When I said earlier, right, you don't necessarily need to use Facebook and Google as your main means of marketing in the first time as a new launch. As a new launch, right, it's very important right now to always generate as much content as possible on your product, on your new product or business, okay? Why I say this is important is because you have no money, right? What's the best way to market free on Google right now is through generating content, right? That would help with your SEO. Have you guys heard of this term before? SEO, search engine optimization?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. So if you all know how SEO works, it's how Google ranks your site on the search engine, right? So in the past, when there was not many online companies, it was very easy to get ranked on Google. But because now everything's going e-commerce, right? There's so many people on Shopify and all that, it's overcrowded already. So Google is very picky on how they select people or websites, companies to be on the first page or second page, right? So one way you can do this really well is to generate content first. So for TaF.tc, for example, okay, every month, actually we come up with blogging content. All right, so this is one major struggle that we had as a company when 3 years ago, because we had little content on our website. Every content that you see is always related to cost products and all that. We have nothing else. So we generated a blog content because this will help with our SEO ultimately. All right, and I'll actually give you guys some tools as well on how you can tell whether your SEO is doing good or not as well in your company. Okay, but general rule of thumb, come out as much content as possible. If every month you can come out with one, that's great also. But that one article, right, has to be at least 500 to 1,000 words if possible. Or if you cannot meet 500 words, you put in as much GIFs, images, videos that you can. Yeah. So this is just one article of our one of our graduates, Matthew Gideon. Right, we interviewed him. This is an internal blog that we did. Right. So there's a couple of key things here to look out for. What makes a online content relevant on Google? Okay, I'll tell you. On Google, if you can see here on our blogs, you'll see a lot of red color links, right? So these are all backlinking, right? So Google actually rates a company's article if it's very relevant first by the content. Okay, Google is very smart nowadays. Google can tell even by synonyms as well, or even by content phrases. If you're writing about bags, right, you don't need to literally say tote bag anymore. If you're writing about tote bags and the process of how you make a tote bag, Google can pick it up, and they will rank based off the readers, the amount of attention that it gets, and then it will rank on the search engine. okay? But another key thing to include in every blog content that you create is actually backlinking. So if we click on, let's say for this blog, right, with a background in engineering, it's a wonder that Martin decided to pursue a career in the fashion industry. So whenever I tell all my marketers, okay, you're writing blogs, it's very important that you still link back to the product, original product that this person took in the first place, right? Because every backlinks will help also in terms of ranking on the Google search engine. Okay, so if I click on this link, it'll bring you back to our website, right, into that particular product that the person took. In this case, it's fashion business, right? So it's backlinking into a specific product, which, yeah, okay. All right, then we include images they've done. So, and another thing, when you're putting images into a blog, right, there's this thing called meta tagging. Okay, meta tagging will allow you to actually put in titles of what your image is about. So Google, when people search on Google Images, right, your image will come out as well. So that will help with terms of SEO. All right. So the main thing that I'm trying to get out of it is that for every backlink you do, right, whether it's text or an image, if it links back to your website, that's a plus already that Google will give when it comes to ranking. Okay. All right. So blogging and content creation is definitely one of the best tools, the best free tools that you can use as a new startup or when you're launching a new product first. Okay, because you're getting, one is you're reaching out to a wide audience. Okay, second is you are also generating relevant information for people to read, and Google can rank this. It's searchable on Google, so people can search your content up as well. Okay, and then lastly, inside any blogging content, right, you must have a form, some sort of form generation, like a lead generation. This is ours, for example. If you have any questions about anything, fill it up so your team can contact. So we are addressing a lot of things here, right? As I mentioned, the funnel in the first place. Most importantly is you need to get traffic to somewhere, some sort of site, right? You need to get ranking on Google done, and you need to generate leads still. All right. Are we clear here? This one? Good. Okay. Okay, so that's for content creation. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. So, oh, sorry, one more thing that I didn't touch on content yet before. So we talk about blogs, we talk about articles, video creation as well. This one, right, if you have a YouTube channel, okay, put all your videos on YouTube that you have ready already. Just create a YouTube account and create a YouTube studio. It's done very easily. You can park all your videos there. Then when you park your videos, it will also help with SEO because you will link your website in every video, correct? You link your website, you put some description there of what this video is about, and Google will pick that up as well because YouTube's owned by Google anyways also, right? Yeah. Okay. So before I touch on this next one, during our planning stage, right, how do we best define our product category, right? I do want to introduce you guys to a few platforms first, so you get a sense of, you know, because we talked quite a bit already on funneling and what some strategies we can do. What are some of the tools now that you can use to help your business? Okay, that's not so expensive also, right? So some of the questions here: what are some low to no cost platforms can we look at to execute digital marketing? How am I able to gather an audience for live promotion, or live promoting event that I want to hold? How different is the consumer behavior now during times of COVID-19 as compared to before? All right. Okay, so we'll address all these questions. Some of the tools that we have that I use now, okay, are these ones. All right. Sorry, a blurry image, but I'll explain what they are actually. So I'll start with the SEO first. Since we're on SEO, talking about the subject, okay, this is a free tool everyone here can use. It's called Neil Patel. Have anyone heard of this guy before, or yeah, platform?
I think Elvina mentioned it in her class.
Alvina mentioned it. Yes. Did she walk you guys through it at all?
Yeah.
She did. Okay.
I took it last year.
Got it. Okay. Let me just do a recap then, and I'll show you a little bit more of what you can do with the tool. Have you guys tried? How much have you guys tried using it?
No, actually.
Haven't tried that. Okay, I'll do a refresher and I'll just point out a few simple areas that you can start on first. Okay, because this tool, right, it's very good when it comes to if you don't have an idea on how to even generate content, right? This tool will help you there. It will also help you to tell you how your SEO is doing and what possible keywords to use if you're going to use Google Ads as well. Okay. All right. So as you can see here, there are 4 companies, right? So I did a check on this company here. Is one of the participants. Is he here today in this chat? Not here? Okay. Never mind. I can show you guys what's good and what's not good then about the site. Okay. So if you see the dashboard here, there's a few things. So number one thing is your main priority as every business, right, is to check on your SEO first. Okay. So for that, you will go to SEO Analyzer, right? You can try this also as if you want to follow along, but you go to site audit and you type in your domain name, okay? And it's in Singapore and all that, yeah? 3 years ago, our on-page score domain was only 49, so it's horrible, right? Very bad. Our monthly traffic was close to only hundreds, 200s, and then our organic keywords were very little, right? So I'll just touch on all these areas first a bit. All of these 3 segments here that you see, organic monthly traffic, organic keywords, backlinks, will all contribute to your on-page SEO score, okay? So how do you generate traffic, right? This can be done by your Facebook ads, your Google ads, or even your blogging content that we talked about earlier, right? As long as you share that link out to people or on platforms, you will generate traffic through those channels, okay? So we talk about a few paid channels already, right? Like Facebook or Google. Then we talk about a free content creator, free tool, free method like content content articles. Make use of other channels as well out there, like niche platforms such as Pinterest, right? That has not been charged yet to audiences. It's all free. So even for TFTC, right? We even use carousel. We post carousel for our one-day workshops, right? So sometimes you'll see that, right? Because we don't want to keep paying Google and Facebook all the time also, right? And we want to always, remember what I said earlier, the phase 1, we want to widen as much as possible to our audience. So we need to reach out to every platform out there in social media. So this involves Facebook, Google, Pinterest, which is free, TikTok, I'm not too sure now, but TikTok is the next one that we're looking into. That's a new one. Carousel, and then blogging, article writing, right? And YouTube, okay? All these platforms, utilize them to generate traffic, right?
Carousel is not free, right?
Sorry?
Carousel is not free, right?
Carousel is free. They will charge you based off the credits. So the way Carousel works is that they're on a 72-hour refresh rate, like you can say that for their marketing. So if you realize any new products you put out there, if you want to sell anything, during the first 2 days, right, you'll get a lot of traffic. People, if you come up with the right message and the nice image, right, and the right price, people will respond the first 2 days. So after that, the 3rd day, it'll start to slow down, right? You start to notice it'll slow down. So what my team did is that we tried to kind of break the system. We tried to understand how their refresh rate works. Is it by me putting in more money, or is it me by just simply changing the image and changing the content? So we tried the second one. We changed the content and image first. So once we did that, we started seeing a new traffic again, new bunch of people coming to interact with our ads on Carousel. Yeah, so that's one way to try. It's not I wouldn't say it's the most recommended main platform for you to market. I mean, it depends on your business also, but it's one avenue to try lah. Pinterest is very good
So you mean carousel is free? You can make free ads?
Yes, it's not really an ad. You are marketing a product. So we put a product
Okay.
out there. Yeah, there's no ad function to create. Carousel is a platform for you to just market anything you want to sell. So in our case, we will sell courses with $0 cost. So people are interacting with our ad first. Then when they click into the ad, right, they'll see that, okay, the actual charges are within the description. Yeah. Okay. All right. So for organic keywords, coming back to this, how this is generated. Okay. There are a few parts to this. Number one is your blogs. That's the first one that we went through. Okay. Second, main one, which is very important, is your website. Yeah. So this is the part that I realized a lot of startups don't do very well. They create a website and they made it very aesthetically pleasing, but there's a lot of errors in the SEO setup. Okay. So if I go to an example here, let me just show you first. Okay, now I'll show you an example in a second, but that's one of the issues first. Backlinks, that one is what we talked about already. This one is not easy if you're a new startup. If you're launching a new product, right? Backlinking, the easiest you can do is what I showed you just now. You create your own content. You start creating backlinks that links internally with your website and your blog content or your articles on Facebook and all those sort of things, right? Even if you put articles on LinkedIn, you can also put your backlinks there, okay? But that's for internal. How you skyrocket your backlinks, right, ultimately is when you start approaching external sources, partners. So for our case in TaF.tc, we approach Bansun, we approach Juki, what else? Brother, right? Because these are our vendors to help us market, help us with our equipment for sewing, right? This year we have a competition, another shoe competition. Some of the sponsors there is Charles and Keith, Pazion, right? So we approach them as well, say that, hey, we got a competition running. We got an article, we got a bunch of press releases coming up. Can you help us share this article to your database? Just share it out through a link, you know, and then if you can, link us as a partner to you. So if Charles and Keith and TaF.tc is a partner, we backlink each other's website within the company to each other. So that will help build up more backlinks because people see Charles and Keith potential partners. Oh, TaF.tc, what is that? Okay, they click on it. Oh, it's a training provider. So Charles and Keith, is it? Maybe they send their people over for training. So you'll start to generate this kind of flow and domino effect once you start building up the backlinks here. But that being said, it's not easy for backlinks because it's quite a lot of administrative work, right? Because you need to talk to a lot of people, a lot of partners, and then start to link it up through your website, right? So one way to tackle this, as I told my boss, Doreen, she has the biggest contact in the world, right? Contact list in the world. So I told her, hey, send out your business website to all your partners and see if they can what do you call it? Put a logo on their website as well, on our logo on their website, and we'll do the vice versa. We'll put their logo on our website. So this becomes a partnership, right? So we share the traffic load. It's beneficial for both parties as well, right? Because one website will do well, the other one will do well, and then vice versa. It's a domino effect. Okay. Does this part make sense?
Yeah, so just make a point to make as much connection as possible.
Yes, correct. Your backlinkings, right, is your networking session in the world of marketing. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. So coming back to, I'll just show you some examples. Okay. So this is a startup company I'm helping. I'm helping do an audit. They're a startup. They just started only. Okay. So what's good about Neil Patel is that you can actually identify the problems in your SEO. Okay, so here we're looking at, okay, organic keywords 48, that's very little. Why is that? We'll deep dive into that as well in a second, okay? I'll show you why. Organic traffic 216, right? That's not very good. And it's just per month reading, right? Not many backlinks also, so what's going on? Okay, then we can look at, let me see here. So you can start to look at some of their top pages. What is the most traffic going to right now? Okay, why is it getting the most backlinks here? This is probably because it's their index page. meaning is their homepage. Okay, so I'll open this up. So again, we'll tackle a few problems here. From an SEO perspective, okay, as a marketer, this is your number one concern. Why is my organic keyword so little? And it's my main website some more. And the organic traffic is so low, right? So we go into the website. So this is a main index page. Okay. So since I've briefed them, they already started making changes already, okay. But still not enough. So on the index page here, why the organic keyword is so little is because there's no content, very little content. What does the site do? What does the business do? They talk only about, less than 50 words here. Not many keywords here being used. So this is our advanced machine learning platform have harness untapped complex data. Something like that, right? This statement alone is very difficult for people to search. People are not searching for these kind of keywords online on Google. So when it comes to your index page, you need to come up with a lot of content, generic enough for people to search online on Google. All right. So like this one, cracking the code in credit risk. Okay, fine. Because credit risk is searchable on Google, quite heavily searchable, right? A lot of this is value added kind of content. It's not searchable content that people are searching on Google. So that's the one problem already, right? You want to make sure you come up with keywords within your content creation in your main landing page that's easy for people to recognize and search on Google, right? Okay, this is all quite technical, but so the general base is come up with simple keywords, okay? And if possible, when you're writing content on your website, come up with long tail keywords. I'm pretty sure did Avina mention all this to you before, long tail keywords?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so can you explain to me what long tail keywords is?
Long descriptions of keywords, like that you can use long descriptions.
Correct. You're very right. Because you see on Google, right? Most of the time, I will not search back courses anymore, right? I won't say like that only. This works. This is a keyword, right? And see our website comes up first because there's so much easy keywords to pick up on our main site or on our website for this segment. So see like bags, courses, right? So you can do a quick search on Google, right, on your business. See how many of these bolded keywords are showing up on your first or second page. If they don't show up, right, it means you don't have enough content and you do not have easy enough content for people to search. Okay, that means it's too specific already, too niche. But going back to long tail keywords, this is one of it. I will actually search back courses in Singapore. Back courses, in Singapore. That's a long tail keyword already, right? Because I'm searching a phrase, right? Or I can say how to make cookies, right? So this is also a long tail keyword. It's phrases already. Okay, so long tail keywords will contain like more like a statement, but it will still include keywords like cookies, right? Make cookies. Okay, so those are keywords and within long tail keywords already. All right. So coming back to this one. Oh, what happened here? Buses. Okay. So coming back to this, let's say I will search that this company's website again. Flowcast.ai. Sorry, in Singapore. Okay, so this company, by the way, they got two segments, one in the US and one in Singapore. Singapore, they just start up only. All right. Okay, so I just did a SEO search for an overall SEO search lah. Okay. So coming down to this, you can see what are some of the major SEO issues. All right. So how I came up to this, I went to SEO Analyzer, Site Audit, and I just type in the domain name, Singapore, search. Okay, and then scroll down till you see SEO errors or SEO audit. Then you'll see this page. So these are all the goods and bads okay, of this company right now. So there are zero issues in all these areas, but there are a lot of issues in these areas. So Neil Patel is good because you can actually go into your specific pages and identify where the problem is on the website. So for this case, this is a bit technical. So anyone who creates your website, you need to consult them and tell them like, hey, these are my problems on my site. Can you go and fix for me? It's very simple fixes. Very simple fixes that will help boost your SEO by a tremendous amount, right? So simple things like adding a title, okay, with a title tag that's too short, okay? So this is the title tag right now that the company has on the back end of their website. So it's too short right now because it just says about or contact. So you might want to say something like about flowcast.ai, right? That's the company, or put in a longer statement for people to for the title to be. Yeah, a good gauge is to have at least 15 to 20 characters, not more than that. Yeah, or maybe not more than 18. Sorry, not more than 18 characters in a title page. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just showing you a few of the things here. So another good thing about the Neil Patel tool is you can generate keyword ideas. Sorry, wrong one. So keyword ideas will come in handy when you're writing content. Yeah. So for, let's just say so how you use this tool, okay? For keyword ideas, you don't want to search your own domain, right? You don't want to, because you already have your own content inside. So what you want to do is you want to search your competitors. Yeah, your competitors' website. Then you can understand what they're writing about, what kind of keywords they're using. Then from there, right, you would take that and make it something better for your own business. Okay, so for our case, let me see. Let's just say I want, what's the website for Lytton Academy. Okay, this is another CET company in Singapore. Oops, sorry. What happened? Okay. Okay, so if we scroll down all the way, once you search domain up, we scroll all the way down. We'll look at SEO keywords. These are the keywords that this company is buying, okay, online. So as your company grow, right, which one of the questions was is, should you engage an agency to help you with your digital marketing? I'll come to that also. It's a yes and no answer lah. Okay, depending on where you're at in your business right now, because most of the general setup can be done internally. Okay, so these are the keywords for that Lytton is using on their website. Okay, all these ones. So your marketer's job, right, is to do some in-depth study on how they look at these keywords and how is it utilizing on your competitor's website, and is it worth to also challenge your competitor by buying these keywords as well, because these are keywords that are open to any company to buy on Google, right? Okay, but if you don't buy your keywords, you know, let's just say, hey Andre, I'm a new company, I got no money to buy SEO, because normally when you work with an SEO vendor to purchase 20 keywords, you're looking to pay an annual fee per year about $7,000 for 20 keywords. Yeah, that's the one of the cheapest already lah. Okay, so Andre, I got no money to buy keywords from a vendor. What do I do? You just need to make sure that whoever created your website, right, you need to include certain keywords in this list that are doing very well into your website as well. All right. If I think I did a few auditing on some of our graduates' website, most of them are using Shopify or WordPress. Is anyone here using WordPress or Shopify right now? Hello?
I plan to use Shopify in future.
Shopify in the future. Okay. Okay, good. So for Shopify, right, you can, it's most of the time Shopify is built on a WordPress platform as well. Yeah. So you can use this tool called Yoast SEO. So this one, actually what is good about it is that it's just a plugin. You just need to install this plugin into your website. And then when you go onto the back end, right, you can actually edit all your SEO there through this platform. Okay. So Yoast SEO is one tool that I really recommend if you're using WordPress. All right. And I believe they have one also for Shopify. Let me just take a quick look.
Bell is asking about Squarespace.
Oh, yes. I just saw that question. If I said Squarespace, does SEO the same way? Yes. Let me see if I got an example. Squarespace, there's already a SEO platform built into it already. So it's optimized for you, but you do need to set up you do need to do the setup in your case. So for Squarespace, let me just show you. I think we still have an account, one of our older accounts. Let me just take a look and show you. Mm-hmm. Okay, this one's an old site. And let me see if I can go in first. Yeah. Okay, so for Squarespace, you just need to go to marketing. Hey, sorry, not marketing. Where is it? Sorry, give me one moment. Okay, I guess it's not this one. Let me try another account. There we go. Okay. Email campaigns, Instagram stories. No, it's not here. Sorry. I think they changed their ordering already. Wait. Billing information. No. One second, let me just take a look. I remember there was a segment for this here, but I think they changed the layout. Sorry, Belle. Let me get back to you on this. I definitely know there's a way to do it on Squarespace for sure, because I did it last time. All right. Yeah, let me get back to you on this one. Okay. Oops. Okay, so all right, so that's for keywords generation. Okay, that's for just Neil Patel. So some area, so for Neil Patel, definitely go try it out. Just go to the website and enter your domain name. All right, and then you can remember the first thing is you start to look at the few areas that we talk about, right, and start playing around with this tabs here. Yeah, number one is site audit, and then keyword ideas as well. Keyword ideas and content ideas works the same way. You want to search your competitors' domain and see what's their most popular pages, and then you create something better. All right. If your competitor has something like 300 words of in an article, and you can see that that's one of the top pages, yeah, top amount of readers, you generate something with similar subjects, right? But much more longer content, like with the keyword, the word counts, and also including images, GIFs, and all that, and that will give you a boost also. All right. Okay. next few more tools. Hotjar. So this one is very good. This one is a bit creepy, but basically I use this tool because I don't have a UX designer in-house. So I use this tool to understand how people are visiting my website and how they're utilizing my website. Okay, so let me just show you how this works. This does not breach the PDPA or anything because all the important details, right, are encrypted. So I can't see all those, but I can see how people are interacting with my website. And this is a very cheap tool. It's only $12 a month that you can use. So the good thing about this is, oh, sorry, this is the right account. TaF.tc. Yeah. So if you've seen our website, let me just do a few things here.
I see you separate the blog page from the main website, like into different accounts. Why do you do that?
Because the blog page is a subdomain. It's not my main domain right now. So anything that is a subdomain, right, it will look like blog.tftc.org. So I want to keep that separate because this blog website is on a different platform I'm using. So I separately want to know, that's why this goes back to my funneling strategy early on. The blogs and articles, right, if it's aimed to function as a whole website on its own. So you want to generate as much content here. So the more content you generate here as an external subdomain site, and you backlink to your main website, that will really help your SEO already because you're building backlinks on top of different websites, different domains. In this case, it's subdomain. Subdomain is going to be anything that is blog.tftc or email.tftc or something like that. Yeah. This is not a subdomain. If I do something like this, competition, right? This is not considered a subdomain. Oops, sorry. Yeah. Crap. Yeah, so something like this, right? It's not a subdomain. This is just an extension, yeah, of a website. So for when do you create subdomain? It's actually when you have different kind of segments of audience. I recommend. So for example, if you have a customer, B2C customer, and you have a B2B customer, you want to have two different subdomains already. A B2C one is one. The B2B one can be enterprise dot your main domain, right? And then B2C is consumer dot your main domain. So it's two different segments. So in this case, you will be able to maximize Google's algorithm to say that, oh, this domain have two different web pages and they're very specific and have relevant content for various different audiences. So you want to create the subdomains for that purpose. Yeah, then you get ranked better. Okay. So coming in this one. Okay, so this is our main website right now, right? And what I'm looking at here is on a desktop point of view, how many people click on what areas on my website. Oh, sorry, it's a bit slower, but it's meant to load everything. Okay, so this is for clicks. I can see that the sign in button is the very heavy usage. My search bar is very heavy usage. Okay, so when why this tool is important is because when it comes time for a website change, and you don't have budget or anything to hire a UX designer, you use this tool. You can tell which is good in your website and which segments to take out of your website. So for example, this is another type you can search. So this Hotjar, right, allows you to see how many people click on what area, their movement, and the scrolling. So this is the most hot place because people enter my website, they see this first anyways. So this is not counted, but the other segments are okay, this is not a very good example because it's a copy. Let me see if I can find a proper one. Heat maps.
Oh, that's a question.
Yes, Bell. For this Hotjar app, does it allow multiple websites or just one? So if you use subdomain, it allows it. But if you change your domain, right, then cannot. You need to use one main domain only. Yes, one main domain. Yeah. Landing page, updated landing page. Sorry, there's a lot, that's why. Let me just see which one's the most traffic right now. 800, 2000, this one is 2000. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so this is a sample site of one of our promotion courses. TaF.tc footwear course, okay, right here. Here's heavy still. 72% of visitors reached its point. You can see my scroll bar. Then you can start to analyze, okay, they're getting weaker. Here's still okay, 60%. So where's the dropout rate? I'm trying to look for where the dropout rate is, right? As you get lower, 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 lower. See, still 40% only, 30%, and that's it. So if I'm a manager, right, and I tell my team, hey, this site, one error already is that it's too long. The scrolling is way too long already, right? So people fall out towards the end here and they're not really relevant anymore. And there's only about 2,000 views on this page. So 40% of people, only reach this point. The rest of it, 60% already dropped out. So this is one way we can make our site shorter, right? And not built on such a long scrolling site lah. That's one area we can look at and advise people. Okay, so for clicks, you can tell also, right? Heavy clicking here. So a lot of people are interacting with my content on the very top of the page to go to the various specific product page. Yeah, not many people are clicking on enroll. Now they're more interested to find out about the course first, right? Which goes back to the one of our participants' earlier question is on phase one, people don't buy immediately. They want to learn more about product first, okay? Now, this is just one powerful part of the tool. Another powerful part of the tool is that it can do recording. So these are all the recordings I set for our website. So I can actually see how people interact from Google all the way to our website. So let's just say I want to play what this person did. I want to see what this person has done. So you can actually watch a video and what device the person is using, which is this case a phone, right? Android on Google browser. So this is the person's screen. Let me speed up the. You can see he's doing something and he's going to start scrolling, okay. Right. So this action, he clicked on this, right? He's playing with my quiz right now. Yeah, so he's doing a lot of things. So I noticed that this guy just clicked on my professional short course like 3 times, which doesn't do anything. So maybe that's a UX thing that I need to fix, right? Because it's misleading for the customer. So now he figured out he's going to see schedules for a diploma. So you can fast forward also, right? You can see what happened here. There's a major action. This is a yellow dot here. You can see what the action he took. So did he go into my enrollment? I don't know. Let's see. A lot of page scrolling. So no enrollment. Yeah, he's just browsing all the products. So just a potential person just looking at our various diploma. Okay, so this is one example. And this is definitely a good tool to use when it comes time to revamp your website, or you just want to troubleshoot your website to make sure people are looking at the right places, or do you want to take away useless pages, I guess. Okay. Okay, next one. Canva, this one I'm pretty sure some people know. Canva is a design tool. They can use a free design tool as well. All right. MailChimp, Have you guys heard of MailChimp or Venus class? Yes. Yep. Okay. So for MailChimp, it's I guess if you're starting up, right, this is a good tool. It's not very expensive. You can host all your CRM inside here, and you can create marketing workflows and send out emails. So it's a centralized database. All right. Eventbrite. This one is I'm pretty sure all of you know, but I think one of the questions was what are some platforms to use for marketing events. Eventbrite is a good one for a free tool that we use here at TaF.tc as well. Okay, at TaF.tc we're also using Hotspot. So this one I guess is up to you, right? Because Hotspot is quite a big platform. Have any of you heard of it before?
No.
No. Okay. So Hotspot, right? This one is I recommend only using this if you have a dedicated marketing person in your company, unless you really want to try it out yourself, lah. Okay, but this tool is basically an automated marketing tool. So it takes away a lot of admin work from my marketing team. It's also a website development tool, right? You can create landing pages and a website here as well. You can park all your CRM inside, and it's also a sales tool. So your sales team can market their monthly deals that they're doing and all that. Okay, so the good thing about Hotspot is it's free for the first 10,000 contacts. Okay, let me just show you the pricing plan here. So if you ever want to oh whoops hold on marketing software pricing. Okay, so as you can see here, the tool is free for the CRM portion only. So if you want to have a free tool to just manage your database contacts, right? This is not a bad tool. This is quite a good one. And then later on, if you want to, ever pay for a subscription, right? You can use this as well. Because the marketing hub is the starter pack is $70 per month. Okay, yeah. So what you can do in Hotspot, right? If you can actually manage your ads as well from the platform. You can manage your sales, manage your ads, manage your landing pages, quite all in one thing. You can create forms also. It's a very big system. Yeah. So this one I think is another session. If you're all ever interested, we can generate enough interest here. I can walk people through Hotspot. It's a very good tool that we can use. And for management, our management team loves this because they can see all the reports that is generated on a dashboard glance. So for example, if I'm a sales manager, right, I will be able to see how my sales team is doing, right? So you can see here, okay, one of my sales team has created this amount of deals this month, okay? We can look at their email trends, right? How many calls they're doing as well, okay? So it's quite a very big tool, right? Okay, any questions so far?
What do you mean by connections to HubSpot you have before they charge you a subscription?
Sorry, what do you say again? How many connections?
Yeah, what do you mean by a limited number of connections you can make?
Okay, so Hotspot, right, the free tool is just a CRM. The first 10,000 contacts in your CRM is free.
Well, what is contacts?
Contacts is basically how many customers you have, right, to manage. So for example, I go in here. Contacts, see? So for contacts under Hotspot, this is how you manage your database. So you can put your contact details here, your customer details, email, phone number, right? Contact owner, which is our sales team, right? You can do a lot. Here's how you can assign their profile for every customer. So Hotspot gives every free account 10,000 contacts free. So you can put name, email, right? You can manage the lead status. What is this? The new lead, attempted to contact, bad timing, right? And you can see the history also of what you've done with this customer. You can put in notes, right? You create a note. You can also, right? You can create a note here, right, if I want to. I can send out emails also through Hotspot. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Okay. Great. So any questions so far at this point in time? The floor is open. I have a few more questions that we can address here, but these are not really marketing strategy questions. These are more of one-to-one kind of questions that I can address, all different. But now I'm open to take questions if any of you all have in terms of marketing, anything.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. Actually, I just wanted to go back to the
Yes.
digital marketing funnel. Is it okay?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You were talking about looking at the different inquiries.
I'm actually in the middle of a meeting. May I know what is it about?
Sorry, a bit soft.
Okay, you're talking about the different inquiry funnels.
Yes.
So I'm just wondering, how did you make use of those? I mean, like, what were the
It's about the. Is it about?
Oh,
the
sorry,
coverage?
Christine, I can't hear you.
The coverage.
okay, maybe I'll put it on chat.
Yeah, put in a chat, then I will address it.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. You can call back another time. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so you're saying, what were the specific differences between the two forms in marketing funnel? Two forms. Okay, what? And did you follow up from them in any other way from remarketing to them? Okay. So for this, this is where our hotspot came in, right? We use hotspot for this case. So let's say for my whole phase one, okay, we look at one campaign, a video campaign. If I got 10 people inside there that interacted with my campaign, meaning they actually fill up a lead generation form, 10 of them fill out the original form, my sales team contact first, okay? And out of the 10, only 5 responded back to the sales team. The other 5 had no contact at all. So what happens is, what we did was, we inside Hotspot, we will segment these people. We created workflows to segment those that have responded and those that did not responded. So for those that responded, for example, the sales team has already contacted them, so we only send them follow-up emails related to what the sales team has talked to them about. But for, let's say, the 5 people that did not call my sales team or talk to us at all, but they are still leads, they went into my hotspot, right, in the CRM, we will send them a list of chaser emails. Okay, so that's one way of pushing it to them, right? Now for the remarketing part for phase 2, I will only remarket to the ones that responded to me but did not convert yet. That means they've talked to my sales team, but they have not bought our products at all. So my remarketing ads are more for those purposes. Does that answer your question? Hello, Christine. Okay, great. So yes, ultimately we still follow up with everybody. Yeah. Okay. So let me see here. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions right now?
If you are working for a travel company right now, what do you advise for people to do marketing wise?
Travel company. Is it a online travel company or is it like a travel agency?
It's like a bespoke travel company. So like organizing trips to
Right.
Mongolia or
Right.
Peru. Yeah.
But everything is okay. But it's an online platform, like meaning you guys
Yeah,
got
it's an
no.
online platform.
Okay.
There's an office. There's an office.
Okay. Okay. How would you do marketing for that? Maybe you can tell me how the marketing is being done now. Then I can address whether something to change or not to change.
I'm not sure how the marketing is done now because I'm not in the company,
Okay.
but I'm interviewing for it
I see.
for a marketing thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How you do marketing? If you're going for an interview and they're going to ask you all, they're going to probably ask you like, what's your marketing plan or strategy, right? Right now, I will first do an audit on their site. That's what we mentioned. Use Neil Patel, start looking at their SEO, right? Start looking at their website, whether content is enough, whether they can generate enough content so far. Do they have Facebook ads running? Do they have Instagram? How much are they marketing, right? So everything that we discussed today in terms of the funneling, if you pitch to them that kind of idea, right, that will give you a good start already because you are actually utilizing a skeleton that's fit for Facebook ads, Google ads, right? So how you will start, I will address that first. But the main thing is if they're a travel agency, right, travel bespoke agency, bespoke travel is very niche. So the only way to address this is to come up with content. So start doing blogs, write articles, right? And then start posting these articles and sharing them and everything. So that would be the first step I would take actually, right? If you're limited resources lah.
If they have already a lot of blog posts.
If they already have blog posts, you still go in and analyze them because that's why I say, right, the first thing is first to do the Neil Patel audit. You can't really address any problem without doing an audit first. So start going into the website domain and start looking whether they got any ways of improvement, which I'm pretty sure every website will have.
Okay.
Yeah. Number one thing is some good widgets. If you guys are using Chrome, I suggest to install a few extensions. Let me put them here actually. Let me put a few. There's this one called What Runs. So let me just share my screen really quick again. So you can see my widgets up here, yeah? I have a few. So few things to install. What Runs is one, okay? So this one is very good because you can start to see from a company's website, right? What are they using? Okay, you can look at their fonts, you can look at their framework, which in this case is Bootstrap for ours because it's customized. But if you're using WordPress, it'll show up WordPress here. So instantly, this can tell you already like what tools to already start to prepare for to tackle a problem of marketing on a website.
Is it free?
It's free. This is free. So just look at extensions on Google, Chrome. Start looking at this one called What Runs. All right, that's one. Next one is Google Tag Assistant. So this one definitely, if a website, right, has not done their Google tagging properly, you will not have very good traction to your website. Okay, so let me see. Is there anyone's website here that they want to share with me? Then we can show if everything's okay. Anyone want to volunteer their website? It's like a free audit right now.
What if it's the Facebook page? Would you be able to use like?
Okay, I'll tackle Facebook in a bit. Okay, so this is a website. Oops, wrong one. Oh, sorry. 1 second, copied wrong. Hey, domain expired. Is that right? Bell, is that website yours or? Okay, never mind. Let's It's about yours, but okay, the domain expired already, so I think you need to renew your domain before we can put it online again. Okay, but let me try another site. Let me see. Let me think about it. You all heard of Gina, right? Gina Shoes. This is one of our graduates. She's our footwear graduate. Okay, so she has her website. If I do what runs, it's on Shopify, right? So this is one example. Okay, we can see what she's using this on, right? She has a Facebook widget as well. Okay, this part's not important, this is too technical already. So this is good. So what runs, right? Instantly when you audit a website, you want to look at a few things. Look at the CMS, look at their widgets, and look at the advertising. Here she has Facebook pixels, which is very good but she doesn't have Google Analytics. So she loses out on the Google site. But for Facebook, right, she is able to do the remarketing because she's installed the pixels already into her website. So just backtracking a bit, just now we were talking about remarketing. In order to do remarketing, you all need to have your Facebook pixels set up, okay? Within your Facebook page, within your Facebook platform into your back end of the website. If not, the remarketing wouldn't pick up. Your website will not be able to pick up data for people who revisit your websites, okay, through Facebook. All right. So that's for what runs. Another one is Google Tag Manager. So this one, like I said, Gina, she's losing out on this part because she doesn't have Google Tag Manager here. Google Tag Manager functions the same way as how Facebook pixels function. If you do not have this set up, you cannot do remarketing also. You cannot track how your visitors are performing on your website. Okay, so Google Tag Manager, another important one. These are just widgets to identify whether these basic tools, basic setup is being done on your website. Okay. All right. Next one is the Facebook pixels. Is this one called Facebook Pixel Helper? Okay, you want to download this one as well. This is to track your Facebook pixels. So she has that already, so that's good. Yeah. Okay. Another free tool to use is free for a limited time. Let me see. It's this one called SimilarWeb. So SimilarWeb is like Neil Patel, but a bit more in depth in terms of tracking. Let me just show you. Yeah, so if I put, let's say, www.TaF.tc.org, this is our company site. So you can see here it's generating data already. See, total visits, right, for a whole time using Google Analytics. So if Gina doesn't have Google Analytics set up, or if you don't have Google Analytics set up, set it up, because that's one easy way to get free data. Google Analytics is free, so set that up. Yeah. So going back again to one of the questions earlier, what's your plan for marketing? Basic tools to set up first. If they have social media platforms ready, like Facebook and all that, make sure the pixels are done properly. Google Tag Manager is done properly. The SEO, Yoast SEO is set up properly, right? And they also have Google Analytics. Okay, these are all free tools already, free ways of getting good marketing set up. Yeah. Okay. This was not a paid version, so if it's a paid version, we'll get a lot more data here, all right? Yes, someone had a question.
So thanks for introducing so many different apps. These are all apps, right?
These are all tools, yes.
Tools.
Yeah.
Because like they're all different in their own way, right? So because there are so many tools to use, it gets confusing.
Yep, understand. So I'm just introducing, this is a lot of information, so I understand that. But if you have to ask me right now, focus on these tools I just mentioned earlier. Neil Patel is just one, okay? And if you like to analyze your website, use Hotjar, right? But just use Neil Patel in terms of marketing, all right? Use Neil Patel for your SEO setup, all right? And generating content ideas. Google Analytics, also a basic. That one you need to have. If you don't have that, very difficult for any auditor or anyone you want to help you marketing, right? Analyze your website, because Google Analytics will help track the website's like traffic, the stats of the website, how the website is doing. SEO will help with your marketing.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
So in terms of ads creation, I already mentioned, just use Facebook for the time being if you're very new. Once you get used to Facebook, then you can go to Google, because Google is a bit more complex. Yeah, but the overall concept is still the same. But if your business is a B2C market, Facebook is enough. If your business is, if it's a B2B market and B2C, then you must use both already.
Both what? Sorry. Both what?
Both
what
Facebook
tools?
and Google.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why I say Google, right, is because Google is a platform that people use all the time to search anything. So if you have, let's say, a advertisement running on Google and they search your business, your ad will also come up at the top of the page, even though your ranking, right, is not there yet. So for example, if your brand new website, okay, it takes time. It takes about almost 6 months for the SEO to become matured, right? It takes about almost 6 months to 8 months. So in that 6 to 8 months, you don't have the luxury of being on the first and second page, unless you've done the content generation like what I told you very well. You create a lot of content. If you made sure all the SEO is set up properly, then yes, it'll show up maybe on the second page or the bottom of the first page first. Okay, that's the best already. Your ads, right? If you're launching on Google, if anyone search anything related to the ads in keywords with the keywords that I showed you earlier, because on Google you can actually program keywords into your ads. Yeah, so you can say bags, right? You can put keywords like bag as a keyword into your ad. Anyone search bags up on Google, your advertisement will show up as the first thing on top of everything else. Okay, so that takes priority over your ranking on the search engine page, because the ad is a paid ad, you're paying for it. Google will give you that spot at the top of it. So people on Google get confused. They sometimes click on ads instead of the actual website. Okay, I just show you a quick example. So if I'm on Google here and I search things related to bag courses, TaF.tc, like Udemy will come out like this. This is an ad. Anytime you see this ad thing, that's an paid ad already. So naturally, right, it looks similar to a normal website. This is not an ad. This is mine, TaF.tc. Okay, this is a normal search SEO, right? Result that my page come up. But because the person paid for the ad, it shows at the top here, it looks the same. So people will naturally just click this, right? Then go to a website already. Do you see do you understand this part? Sorry, see Tan?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Okay. So I was saying that this is a paid ad, because you see the ad thing here, right? And this is my SEO. I never pay for this, and it still shows up on the first page when I search back courses, correct? But you can see, it's quite similar. The looks of it is quite similar, correct? So if you are using Google Ads, your ad will show up here, because this company put in these keywords into their ads. That's why it shows up top. Yeah,
I see.
So it'll take priority over SEO. Okay.
So even though it's but that is a Google ad, is it not a Facebook ad?
Facebook ads will never show up here. That's why I say if it's a B2C market, right? If your market is a B2C, you need to you just market on Facebook, because majority of the consumers are on Facebook already.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's what.
So yeah. So but that being said, Google definitely it's Facebook to me, in terms of ads, is reaching its maturity. So we have to go back to the basics. We have to go back to Google, because Google is actually the original ad provider when it comes to advertisements online. Yeah. So it's now every new business, right, that's doing things are all pushing on Facebook, because it's very easy. So you want to do things that's not so easy. Go back to YouTube, Google, and start doing the ads there because it's actually a lot more powerful. Yeah, and it's cheaper also because it's cheaper in a way because you don't have as many competitors as on Facebook.
Don't have what? Sorry, I can't hear properly.
You don't have as many competitors as on Facebook.
You don't have competitors on Facebook.
Not as many competitors as
Oh,
Facebook.
you mean like too many ads on Facebook, is it?
Yeah, like for example, TaF.tc market a lot on Facebook.
Yes.
Sota, you also market on Facebook. LaSalle also market on Facebook, right?
Yes.
And they got a bigger audience of younger people. So I'm competing
Yes.
with this kind of companies. What for I do that? I must well market on Google as well. So I get the more relevant people, the more matured people, right? They are
Okay.
actually searching something on Google and I get those audiences.
Okay.
So yeah, because the good thing on Google is that people are searching. So on Facebook, they're browsing. So it's different. When they're browsing, right, it's like,
yes.
you're passively browsing. You may or may not like what you see. Google, I already have the intent that I want to go and search for this course. So you get more relevant people.
I see.
Yeah? Okay.
So when you say Facebook ads reaching the maturity, that means like it's kind of too saturated.
Yes, in a way, yes, correct.
And people also, when they see an ad on Facebook, they kind of just
because like
they
now
just switch off,
or they just glance
filter
through.
it out.
Correct. Yeah. So right now you go on Facebook or Instagram, you see how many ads pop up, right? Yeah. See, it's getting crazy already. So people are getting very annoyed. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody just told me the other day that Instagram is becoming too commercialized.
Actually, not yet. Facebook has not put in any fees on how they charge on Instagram. So if you're looking for free platforms to market right now, you can do so on Instagram actually. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like everybody on Instagram is
correct.
is marketing. So it's like
once Facebook start to put in the dollar value in there to charge advertisers, then we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Instagram is not free, right?
Instagram, when you do like, okay, what I mean by free is a platform, right? You can do stories for free. You can do posts, right? So posts and stories are very active on Instagram versus Facebook. So that's how I will phrase the term of free lah. Okay, because you can do paid ads on Instagram, you can also, but it's tagged to Facebook. You cannot create an ad on Instagram if you don't have a Facebook ad marketing setup. You need to first create your Facebook ad setup first. Then you can start marketing on Instagram. In terms of paid ads, in terms of paid. Okay, so I do see 2 questions. How do you purchase SEO keywords? Okay, so you actually, purchase SEO keywords, there's only one way to do this. You have to go through a vendor, okay? You have to pay a SEO vendor to buy the keywords for you. But like I mentioned earlier, if you are a startup and you can't afford $7,000 a year on just SEO, you do it yourself. So in your case, right, just now, try to use content management systems like WordPress and Squarespace, where there's an SEO portion inside. You can build your SEO on your own. You just need to use the Neil Patel tool I gave you guys, do the research, and then start to find the popular keywords. So you want to have a mix and match of both. You don't want to pick all the popular keywords ever. Okay, too many also not so good because everyone's searching the same keyword. You want to search for a good balance of popular keywords and some niche keywords that may pop up from time to time as well when people search. Okay, so on WordPress, as I mentioned earlier, you can use Yoast SEO. That's a free tool. Okay, there's a paid version also, but you can use it as free for the basic functions for SEO. So that will get you covered of SEO already. So download that widget into your WordPress and start to do the research on keywords on SEO. Enter them inside. So SEO, okay, so just a quick one. When you do SEO, right, Yoast SEO, let me see here. How can I show this? Okay. On the back end, it'll ask you a few things. It'll ask you to put a meta description, right? So this will become your meta description here. Become a pro, right? Oh, sorry. Okay, and then there'll be a meta title. This will be what it is, all right? And then your keywords, right, will be these bolded words here, like courses. Okay, so course is a keyword. So that's something you want to put into your SEO when it search when it prompts you for meta keywords. So you got three things, meta description, meta title, and meta keywords. So when you do all this, right, this is what you are paying a vendor to help you with. They're actually going into your website. They're also helping you with enter all these keywords into your content, right, in your website, and they'll help you with backlinking, and yeah, backlinking and just the keywords creation in the website, the meta creations. So all of it can be done on your own, actually, honestly. It's just how much work you want to put in first. When we first started 3 years ago at TaF.tc, right, now this was set up. I was staying up until 3 in the morning to do this. I was one man show, yeah, to do all this. So, and I didn't know Google marketing, Google ads. So I had to read up the whole documentation on Google as well. So it's, for a good 6 months, I was doing this. Yeah, until it was stable. Then, okay, we got a bigger team. Then I start to hire people, start to give this out to a vendor already because it's stable.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm sure Google Ads has changed also, right, in the past few
Yes.
years.
So on default, every 3 to 6 months, right, Google and Facebook will change their algorithm. So why? So I'll come back to a question later also. That was prop up. Should you should you hire a vendor to help you with marketing? It's a yes and no question, right? No, because you're a startup and you actually can do everything on your own as a startup because you don't have much yet to handle. But once your company grows until a size, right, there's too much to handle already, like TaF.tc, there's a lot to handle for one person or 3 people. We hire vendors to help us only in optimizing the ads. We do not hire the vendors to create the collaterals for us. The collaterals and all the visuals and everything, right, is still done in-house in my team.
What do you mean by optimize the ads? Like,
so
you create the ad already?
Correct. So optimizing, what it means is when the ad is launched, right, the ad on Facebook and Google will take time to learn, at least 14 days. Okay, 14 days you'll get the initial data from Facebook and Google. Then as marketers, you can understand whether your ad is doing well or not doing well. Then what you need to change and what you don't need to change. Okay, so for example, I launch an ad, right? The first 2 weeks is up. Then all my cost per lead is, like I said, above $30, right? And then my impressions are very low. So that's a red flag for me already. I will start to tell my vendor, hey, these are the issues. I want you to change this, right, in the ad. Go and test it out and go and test it out first. Make sure it's okay. So they'll go and do that for me. Then once they test it out and make sure my theory is correct or my strategy is correct, it works out, then they will make the changes. So their job is to actually help you monitor when the ad are all in red flags. When you have red flags in your ads, when your ads are not functioning so well, their job is to monitor that for you and re-optimize for you. That means, but the problem with vendors is that they're all under a one solution kind of strategy, which I don't really like. So when I work with my vendors, I'm very clear with them that saying that you can still suggest to me what's the optimal way of doing things, but I'm going to give you the skeleton and the overall strategy first. So there needs to be that balance, because there are some companies that will just eat up the clients. They just tell them, oh, this is the best way to do this, because they know that the clients are not so well versed in this area. So you need to make sure you're well versed in what you're trying to communicate to your vendor. You set the KPIs for them. So we will set all the KPIs for them. Like we say, okay, in 3 months, we want X amount of impressions. Our overall goal is to hit conversions, 100 conversions for this course. So I don't care how many leads you give me. I want the conversion. So you backtrack from there. Out of 100 conversions, how many leads you need to give me? And then how many impressions I need to get. A lot of vendors work the other way around. They'll say, okay, you need this amount of impressions to get this amount of leads. But you don't want leads, your leads is going nowhere if they don't convert. So you need to backtrack all this and tell them in this case. Yeah. Okay, wait, one more question here. Another question on inquiry forms. If we have phase 1 ad leading to inquiry form, after clicking learn more, would it potentially have a lot of dropouts in leads, as they might have expected a page to find more information? And there is any way to mitigate that? Yes. So on Facebook, right, it depends what you want to put on your forms. So learn more is just one option. When you create your ad, you can say sign up now, or you can say learn more, or you can say view video. or yeah, there'll be a few options for that. That being said, right, when you create your form, after someone fills up the form, we always give them a thank you message, right? So the thank you message actually has a link to the product that they were interested in. So they don't need to wait for my follow-up email. They can just click on the link on their own to visit the site directly. Okay, does that answer your question, Christine? Okay. Okay, I got time for one more question if anyone wants it. Oh, sorry. Instead of learn more, what do you say? I say sign up. I prefer sign up. The learn more is more for blogging. Yeah.
So sign up is like a more action, is it?
Yeah, correct. Some very creative way, right, that we notice this psychology people do a lot, and our ads function better is when we create a call to action button in the ad, right? But the call to action
Yes,
button,
yes.
let's say the call to action button is in the middle, but I point the arrow to sign up now, like sign to the sign up button. So I position it very nicely so people, they say, oh, okay, sign up now. Like somehow visually it makes sense to people, and then naturally they sign up more. So it's how we tweak the collaterals. How creative are we with the collaterals?
Oh, how about like say the action you want is just to like the Facebook page? What should the button say?
To like the Facebook page. Okay,
Yeah.
to like a Facebook page is a different campaign altogether. Right? So do you remember what I said earlier? When you set up a Facebook ad, there are different objectives. There's
Yes.
lead generation, right? Okay, so for liking a Facebook page, it'll be under maybe brand awareness, or maybe
Yes.
I think there's another option for page, objective called page, but I don't suggest using that. Just use brand awareness and then promote your Facebook page, right? Just promote it on the ad itself. So when people click on that, right, it's a like button. You can just select the like button on the options, and that will just be it. There will not be a form or anything like that.
Oh, okay. It's just the button that says like. And then...
Correct. Yeah, but you need to make sure you are putting the right content inside lah, to make sure people are liking the page.
So I don't have to create an ad. Is to promote the page is just the page itself will be shown to the target audience?
It's up to you. So you can create ads for it, but I don't suggest, because okay, why I don't suggest you promoting just a Facebook page, right? Because you're paying money for this. So put in your money into ads that relevant. So how you get people to like your page? Remember what I said earlier? Create content, create blogs that links to your Facebook page. Then people will naturally read your blog and go to your page eventually and like it, right?
Oh, okay.
Right, like if you see TaF.tc's one, right, every blog will have the Facebook link. Yeah, there's see here, there's all the links here, so they can click on Facebook, they can go on my Instagram, WhatsApp. It's quick tools for the reader to address as they're reading. So I can click, it goes to Facebook. Yeah. Okay. It definitely helps. We saw a big, tremendous increase in the amount of likes that we have on Facebook once we started doing blogging. All right. Okay. So yeah, is any other questions I can address?
So like for TaF.tc's blog, you didn't promote it. It was just.
No.
It was just.
We only posted once. We did one posting on Facebook, and we just did the rest through our online emails.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then naturally the traffic picked up from there.
So those who receive the email, they will click on the blog. And then after reading the blog, they will click your Facebook page.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, if no questions, don't mind. I would like you guys to help me fill up this form for me, because this is the first webinar we've conducted for entrepreneurs. So if it's a good feedback, if you guys like more of this, or if you want more in-depth software training for marketing, you can let me know also. Then, but one way for me to find out is through this form, the link here. Yeah, so I'd like to
Okay.
just get a few feedback from you guys. It's a very short form.
Okay.
Mm.
Thanks for organizing this.
Yeah, no
this
problem.
Session.
Yeah, I really think it's important right now during time period. Everything has to go online. So if you guys have any questions or anything else, really contact us, and we'll be happy to help you guys also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Yep. Help me fill out the form. Yeah. Thanks. If not, my boss will come back to me and be like, "Hey, was it useful?" I don't know.
I need to go back and review what was covered about Neil Patel because I took
Yes.
the SEO class already.
So after this session, I have your emails. I will get my marketing team to send you the recording. Okay, because this is recorded right now, so I need to save it and do some things first. I'll send the recording through emails to everyone, and also I'll have a little guide for you guys of what we went through. Yeah, so it will have Neil Patel. We'll have the links to the tools that I mentioned. What else? And a bit of pointers lah for you guys to read up. All right. Everyone help done with the form?
Hold on, I opened the
Yes.
survey form already.
Yes. But was this session helpful for everyone? Was it after taking some online digital marketing classes? Are you guys now a bit clearer to go about doing things? Yeah, good. Let me know when you guys are done with the feedback, and I can let my team know also to pull it up. Thanks. Okay, I will stop the recording now.